Blackstone Audiobooks presents Bin Laden, the Man Who Declared War on America by Yossef Bodansky. The book is dedicated to the memory of Avraham Chernikov, 1899 to 1988, my grandfather, whose nurturing encouragement and love moulded and tempered me. Foreword by Congresswoman retired Helen Delich Bentley, U.S. House of Representatives, 1985 to 1995. Yossef Bodansky, director of the House Task Force on Terrorism and Unconventional Warfare, has done it again. He has proved that he is not only a wordsmith, but also a meticulous researcher and superb political analyst. Using these skills in a private capacity, he has set forth reasonable and prudent information never before published that explains recent events such as the bombings in Kenya and Tanzania, including a well-documented sequence of events leading up to the attacks. The results are informative, for Bodansky explains the vast global conspiracy that uses terrorism as a strategic weapon that has resulted in the tragic deaths of Americans and the wounding of many innocents. Contemporary terrorism has become a direct threat to all Americans as it casts its ominous shadow worldwide. Bodansky proves that Fortress America is a concept relegated to history books, for today Islamist terrorism penetrates America's geographic shield, bringing us within target range of terrorist activities. Focusing on this salient thought, Bodansky points out the fallacy of assuming that the United States is immune to terror attacks. Understanding and reacting to the information presented here is the responsibility of all Americans, because indifference is not an acceptable option, nor a heritage we would wish to pass on to future generations. This book should provide the stimulus to all Americans to join in with their elected representatives in preparing for the major threats currently posed to the United States and its friends. There is no better armament than accurate knowledge, factual information, and elected representatives who are sensitive and responsive to the needs of their constituents and all Americans. If there is one important message that this book conveys, it is that a campaign by radical, militant Islam threatens our way of life. Bodansky explains the subtleties that define the relationships between the extremist elements in the Muslim world, their leaders, and the more visible figures such as Osama bin Laden. We learn not only that bin Laden is responsible for a number of bombings, but also that he is part of a dynamic political intrigue involving the heads of state of many countries. Bin Laden's history is presented, as is the evolution of his hatred for Jews and Crusaders, whom he holds responsible for debasing Saudi Arabia with corrupt...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?